start this vlog off with a trip with my family to Montenegro. I added music and it's one of my own songs called Our Lonely Goodbye. This is just a little story about me.
Perspective rip me apart, and a light and a forward, how lonely goodbye. Lay it down and now, say the truth and leave. It was fast, wasn't it? I agreed and said goodbye. Didn't fight the words when you said you're gonna leave. I was strong, did a show, guess I'm gonna lie now. Cause I put a show for you, smiled at night, and you pretend I was too blind. You're just on the inside. How did we die with a word goodbye? No friend, never be again. Yeah, no perspective, rip me apart, and the light and a forward, how lonely goodbye. Let my friends, let them myself, force the tears out, so I could get.
This was the first day in Montenegro, and we walked around the city of Podgorica and landed in the city centre, which is also called the Independence Square, where we had breakfast and just chilled. Later we walked around and took 15 minutes to get to this place called the Millennium Bridge. During this walk we realised how small the city was and how easy it was just to walk everywhere. I decided spontaneously that it would be a good idea to dip my feet in, and it was freezing. I don't know how I survived. We later walked through this park and decided that it's time to go to Budva. This journey took about an hour and a half, but we got to see amazing views from high above. The first thing that we did when we arrived at Budva was drop our bags at the Airbnb that we were staying at and go and get lunch. We then explored Budva a little bit with the whole boating area and then walked further around the beachside to go to the old town. The old town had so many cute shops with food, clothing and souvenirs. The next day we went to the beach and stayed there for the whole day. I swam a ton and was so exhausted and fell flat asleep. This is everything that you would dream for, waking up in the morning to this view and such peacefulness. That day we explored more of Budva and continued swimming in the ocean. By lunchtime we decided to go to Qatar, which is another place in Montenegro with beautiful, stunning views. I was completely obsessed with how the apartment was decorated and where it was. It was on the main road in Qatar, but it was only 5 minutes away from the beach. The views were so beautiful from the balcony, and you could feel the humidity, as you can see in the clouds. It was a rainy day and was pouring earlier. The Airbnb had such a cozy vibe and was so tranquil, as you can hear the birds chirping in the background. After a tiring journey from Budva to Qatar, I decided to rest a bit. It was difficult to get there as there was so much rain which caused traffic. This was where I realised that there was a mountain trail that I really wanted to go on. Personally, I love going on a trail and climbing. It just makes you feel so at peace and focused at one thing. I persuaded my parents and we got up there. Starting at the North Gate in Qatar Old Town, which dates from 1540s, we paid an entrance fee and started the long ascent. It was 1,350 steps in total.
Actually, people on the edge. This is the edge.
We explored what was left of the fortress and also saw Our Lady of the Heath Church. After that very refreshing ice cream, we walked around in Qatar's old town and explored a little bit before we got too hungry and needed to find somewhere to eat. We went to this place in Old Town and the food was so divine. The steak is elite. The next day we visited Porto Montenegro, which is in Tivat. This is another day where we had coffee and went on a walk for 16 kilometers. It exhausted the hell out of me and I don't know what I was doing. My brain was all going fuzz and yeah. We later took a spontaneous trip to Albania, which isn't far from Montenegro.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna go for a swim today at the beach.
We decided to go back to Budva as we only had a few days left before we had to go back to London. The boat took us into these caves and we might have got slightly stuck, but they were like, this is normal, we're just gonna back out now, as we couldn't go through. On the boat we passed the old town and also went to the Blue Lagoon. Had the best time in the world swimming that day, and it was so amazing, although I was a bit scared, and most definitely whacked my leg on the boat and had a massive bruise for 2 weeks. We spent a large percentage of the time just on the boat going around Sveti Nicholas Island, and there was caves, and we also got to go on the island and explore it a little bit as well. This island had a hotel which you could only go on there if you booked it. But we really enjoyed the views and there was an amazing sunset. I also took some really great photos.
又是 video 又是拍照。
We later decided to go to the nearby cafe on the beach and drink some coffee and relax and have dinner. I hope you enjoyed this travel vlog as much as I did recording it. Thank you so much for watching my first vlog. Many more vlogs to come, and comment the beach emoji if you stayed till the end.